Welcome to another Vintage Story video. I know I have been away for more than usual, but I'm here to bring you another amazing video. At least I hope so. But what was I up to, you may ask? Well, it's better for me to show you than just talking, I guess. I will be still talking, but you know what I mean. The first thing I did was to venture out to the salt mine. I think as the name suggests, there was a lot of salt. But that's not the only thing I wanted from there. There was also one material that I really needed, which was sylvite. Hope I pronounced it right. And it's the main ingredients to making potash. You may ask yourself, what is potash? Let me tell you. Potash permanently increases your K nutrition for your farmland. And we all know why we need the K nutrition, don't we? Obviously for flax. Let me tell you, I didn't know about this thing until Newton told me. But potash is first of all very easy to make. You only need water and sylvite, powder sylvite to be exact, and you can permanently increase it. Really nice to have, but I need to understand that sylvite is very hard to come by. I only found it in the salt mine from the Better Ruins, so if you ever find it in a non-modded playthrough, you are one lucky son of a gun. Of course, the salt and sylvite was the main course of my expedition, but there were side quests, aka exploring the beautiful ruin. Of course, my low grubby hands were touching and stealing everything I could. Nothing that was bolted down I took, but of course, I only have so much limited space. So I decided, before dying multiple times, I'm gonna head home. And so I did. After a long journey, I finally made it home. I took all my gear, all my goodies that I got from the ruin, and went straight to making the potash, because I couldn't wait to see the full potential when I do make it. It was pretty easy, like you saw in the recipe. Just water, the powdered sylvite, and it's all. You plant it nicely, and it slowly transforms the farmland to high fertility. But only one caveat, it's not the same high fertility as the normal one that you would find. Only the K nutrition is up to 65. Everything else is on 50. Still good though. I recommend everybody doing it. I really starting to like potash now. Even salt. I didn't know what salt is for, but you can cure your meat, and it lasts in winter, I believe, 20 years. Yeah, salted meat lasts a while, I would say. And then, what felt like years from making the tower at the farm, I decided to build up the windmill. If you remember, we had normal sails before, but I crafted the better ones, the large ones, I believe they're called. And I must say, they are impressive. They're something. After figuring out how to do the gear ratio and all that fancy schmancy stuff, ended up with a pretty solid windmill. When the wind is right and it blows strong, the automatic quern that I set up just for this purpose is going bonkers. And I mean bonkers. I don't think I had any, in my whole 1,000 or so hours of Vintage Story, I never saw a quern go that fast. I thought I'm gonna be sucked in a black hole. That's how fast it goes. But now we're in an age of automation, and it's only the beginning from here. We have a lot more automation to do once we hit the steel age, or when we finally decide to or I decide to finally expand the smithy area. But that's something else. That's something else. After crafting so many things, replacing my tools and such, I looked at our iron supply, and well, we kinda run dry. So I decided to mine up my whole vein, except I found more, so that's a good thing. But I ended up about 30,000 or so units of iron, which hopefully will be enough. I don't know how many bars that is, but I would figure that's a decent amount of bars. And I got a shout out to the random surface meteor that I found. Thank you for showing yourself, I guess. Also decided to grab some bauxite because we're gonna need it in the future. Or of course, making refractory bricks and the steel making furnace or whatever it's called. I forgot the name. But if you play with the story, you know for what the bauxite is used for. But yeah, I grabbed a few slabs so we are secure for when we really decide to. I just thought of that I need olivine and quartz. Well, we have something at least. We have at least something to get the steel going. Yeah. And finally, we did our last harvest of the year, and probably one of the things that you clicked on this video, we finally gonna breed some animals. I mean, we need some leather. We need the production going. We need the tannery. We need more animals to get the tan and everything. And you know what I mean, right? So we caught some animals, some chickens for some eggs and protein. Everybody likes protein, and some boars. We still have our musk ox, but that's specifically, and I mean specifically, for making cheese and sometimes kill them or sell them. But this is everything that I did that I didn't feel was necessary putting 20 hours of gameplay in. And let me know if you enjoyed this segment. I feel like it's better to recap what I did than just spamming you with clips. But now, to the video. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. You got me? Now we're here. It's been a long time recording. Feel like it's my first video or something. I'm gonna grab a little, what is this? A hearty prime meat egg stew with boiled carrots. But yeah, it's been a minute since I recorded. What is this? What is this? Oh yeah, forgot. I mean, I didn't forget, but you didn't see it. This door, it's not gonna be permanently here. Hope at least it will not. But this hopefully will make blue cheese. One has 10 days to ripen, and I was looking at some tutorials to how to make blue cheese because I never did it. And it needs, somehow it needs to have like a natural light, but access to natural light, but then no light on it. Makes sense. So hopefully in 10 days we don't have a rotten cheese. Wait, actually that's what we want. But what I was doing, I'm gonna show you the windmill because I kind of skimmed over it in the intro. This is the automatic quern, which the wind, as you see on the left, is pretty fast. So it goes as well very fast. I think I could do even more, but I don't know if the wheel would catch on fire with that one. But as you can tell, it's not finished. Because I don't know why I cannot finish this. It's like a bane for this whole project. I'm just gonna start another one in a split second. But this is still not done. But I set it up. We have an automatic quern for anything that we need. As you see, I already did all my lime and all my sylvite and some other things as well. And nothing much changed. I was thinking also that I'm gonna redo this building. But I'm gonna redo this one to the edges because I think I used debarked oak and I want to change it up to match this one. Please. I wanted to match this building as well, so I'm gonna probably redo this one. Just a tiny little bit. I also stole a gravestone because I always, when I saw this ruin from Better Ruins, I always liked it how it looked. So I was thinking maybe redoing it or doing it in a different color because this is pyritite or how you pronounce it. Probably redo it. I just wanted it. I like it. You know, our little humble abode got a little, just a very tiny makeover, just with a little papyrus here, so I know what it is. And our old cellar is now repurposed to a greater storage, which will also not be permanent. It just, I have so much stuff above that it's full that I needed to somehow get more, you know. We still have the butchery here, but we're gonna dismantle that as well in this video, hopefully. So only thing that's gonna remain of this house will be a chest area, or my, how would I say it, my junkyard, because most of the stuff here is just scattered around. Everything is full with random crap and not really, how would I say it, not really, you know, organized. But today's agenda will be doing Tannery, because this is a very bad spot, and I always forget I need leather and that I need to check up on it. Like you see, there's so much here that I just forgot about. There's a lot of it. Holy. More leather here. There's even more leather here. It's slowly not becoming enough for me. So this will be redone. I'm gonna build a big tannery up behind the kitchen. I was trying out some different things in creative, and I think I come up with a good concept, but I'm gonna just explain it to you. So, since we have the kitchen here and the animals that I caught, aka, like you heard, chickens, and a bunch of them because I'm slowly breeding them, and the pigs, which are pregnant again, and they are generation 2, slowly 3. It's gonna be much easier, so I don't think they will be scared from me from generation 3, but I could be mistaken. And you probably remember there used to be hella bushes and trees here, and I took almost everything away, so I can build really without worrying about it. This will be the place-ish for the tannery build. It's gonna be a medium-sized building, and over this land here where I'm walking, it's gonna be the pens for the different animals. So at the moment we have musk ox, we have pigs, and we have chickens, and I think there could be rabbits, but I never did rabbits, so maybe that's gonna be an experience for the both of us for the first time. This will be the place. So there's gonna be a tannery and maybe making dyes as well, because we need some dyes for certain army pieces when we want it to look fancy schmancy, and to make some clothes, because remember, this is not the pants I used to have, because I was naked for a while and I didn't even know why, because I lost somewhere my pants when I was adventuring. So I just have this on and those little slippers. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful indeed. Take it in. Take it all in. Anyhow, I think building montage or whatever you want to call it. And I think with this, we can now start with the building of the tannery / dye factory. Hello, and welcome back. As you can tell, the building is finished. I mean, sort of. It's still something missing, but majority of it, it's done. I would say 95% of the building is done, as you can tell. The windows are not the best, but overall, it's done. I really like what I have done, I think. Especially the 3D-ish texture. It wasn't even the original idea to have something like this on the building. But then I was just listening, watching some YouTube as usual when I built. And then it kind of spiraled out to be this. It started to being not 3D, just the part of the wall. And then I was like, maybe I raise it one up. And I did. I liked it and it kind of stayed. This is the inside of the tannery. A little dye making area, as you can see. Where is it? I'm making green dye, or no, green cloth to do my armor. Where's my armor? Let's do my armor, because it needs color. It's just the supplies for when I need to do anything with dyes. I have blue already, I have green, and I have also diluted casterite, which makes the more stained cloth. But yeah, this is the little dye section. I would say this is just a room for now. Maybe in the future there should be something. I added also like a door, or how you want to call it, because if you don't know, I don't have it on me. Every clutter block you can, with a wrench, you can position how you want. Let me show you real quick. I'm gonna get my wrench. It's my wrench. If you have a clutter block like this and you press F, you see you have options here. So south, you can do east, west, and up and down, which that's how I achieve kind of this open look. I don't know. I was just trying stuff around because I never did anything with clutter blocks and like doing stuff like that. So I think it just adds a little bit at something. I was just honestly just testing stuff out. But this is just a room for now, maybe some storage later on. And this is the main tannery. We are pretty much done. Except I need animals to get hired and actually start my leather making process. I already filled the tanks with 500 liters of weak and strong tannin. This will be reserved for a lime, but I don't have... Okay, never mind. I didn't have as much, but I do. So, we just have one in case we need anything else. Our logs here, and if you cannot tell, probably you cannot, this block is chiseled in a way so it can hold water. So I took water and I can even put it back so it doesn't overflow, it doesn't go anywhere. Just pretty neat. Hidden in plain sight, some would say. And this is my first time that I built a cabinet in this update. And I was in this belief where you can somehow rotate stuff. And I tried with all my binds and everything, but it doesn't seem like I can. I don't know what... maybe I completely misremembered it, that was a thing they added, but yeah, it's just here. I'll put it just here. Maybe it will not be here permanently, but I thought it can be nice to have. I don't know. Of course, we have our painting of our salmon. Though fella got unlucky. This is pretty much it though for the building. There still needs to be work done, except the beams needs to be connected over there. Maybe add some finishing touches. But the only thing that really is missing here are the animals. If you recall from the last time we spoke with each other, we had boars and chicken. Unfortunately, I need to make the use that our chicken, or our boars, were slaughtered. Our almost generation 3 boars were slaughtered by a wild bear. I know. It's sad. I know it's sad. I was sad witnessing it because I was standing here with Puff, showing him around my base. And then I saw a bear just sitting here with all my pigs dead. Mind you, I didn't know that bears do attack boars. Because I saw them plenty of times in a while just being friendly or not attacking each other. But he did. So Puff offered to give me some of his picks so I can start over again. But all my effort went to Wayne. Because, yeah, I got slaughtered and I didn't even get meat from it. And of course, I wasn't doing nothing, just building. I, of course, did some of our blooms that we had almost 2 stacks of. Because I permanently just, you know, when I'm just building, set up some bloomeries and let that go. And we are now good with iron for a bit. Thing we're gonna do with meteoric iron, our new, hopefully somewhere in the future, armor set. So I just need to find a little bit more. And I need to get you away because you are a pain to my ears. We still have 40 blooms left. We still have a little bit more fire clay bricks, but I'm gonna get more. And also one thing that I knew but I completely forgot. You can put flint into a bloomery to smelt it, so you don't need to waste so much fuel. Because on the new update, how they changed how the fire pit works, it takes a lot of time to heat it up and a lot of fuel. So you could place just flint into the bloomery if you have enough, or, you know, kind of saves you a bunch of time. One other thing that I was wanting to do was, where is it? The burlap sack from the mod Tree Growth. Nams, I pronounced it right this time. And this little item that adds, which is pretty easy to craft, just a little bit of cattails and water, and that's it. From this one, you can grow massive trees. And that's the aim for me, that what I want to do. And for that to achieve, you need soil. The soil also impacts how long it takes for the tree to grow. Let me put this back. And there's few steps for this to go. High fertility, I don't necessarily need to use it. Let me get the rest of the stuff. So, to fully do... Where is it? Where is it? Where's my compost? Here. Oh yeah. Once we are already here, we can at least do TerraTag. And it goes like so. So, bone meal and charcoal. And we have 21. What are we missing? We're missing... Now missing compost. And then like so. Almost. We have a stack of TerraTag. That's the biggest thing that I think achieved at this game, because I never ever had at this. I mean, I probably had few TerraTags where I found or in a ruin or something, but 64. Now we bought them. How this starts, I'm missing one more ingredient. The correct way to set it up: you need to first place the burlap sack, medium fertility, compost, and bone meal. And then you plant any seed that is supported. Some are not, like the Mediterranean cypress, the one that I have in front of my kitchen. But what this allows you to do, I'm gonna just take my trusty axe. I'm gonna fell those trees because I don't want any pine trees here at all. We can place the burlap sack. And where's the best spot for it? I think I'll place it here. So any soil can go. The better the soil, the less it takes to grow. You put the soil in, compost, bone meal, and seed. And now you already see, can't really go on it, but growth stage 0 out of 13. So Terra would have 0 to 5 because it's the best soil you can get, obviously. And growable temperature is false because it needs a certain temperature to even grow. That's why it can go to growth stages, but it needs the temperature range that it requires to actually grow for a tree. Hopefully this one will grow. And now it's gonna probably look bad because there's gonna be no trees. But all of those trees are gonna be gone. You can't really control how they grow. For my testing, what I did, it can just be a regular 1x1, or it can be a 2x2 oak, the ones that you can find in the nature. And they also spawn with fungi and mushrooms on it, so that's nice, pretty nice.
Hi, how are you?
You scared the shit out of me. Holy shit. Chill out. Now seeing that I have a maple seed, I did not know that fact, okay? I did not know. But if you have a maple seed, just like in real life, if you fling it, it just... You saw it? Where is it? No! Oh, I do have it. So if the wind is going this way, right? Gonna be here. And if I would drop it... See it? Holy shit, that goes far. So I just... This is so cool. I was doing it for a few minutes when I discovered it. No, my maples. Ah, but yeah, it's such a neat thing that the developers just thought of a random thing like this. You see? Of course it's gonna come when I'm trying to heat myself up before sleep. Yeah, well, I'm gonna sleep through it. Yeah, I'm not, not doing all that. So, you may ask yourself, but Tim, this building kind of looks lonely, you know, just being here all alone on this grand plain. But let me tell you, I have a plan, because this, obviously, is a tannery, right? What is Tannery doing? Obviously make from hides leather. Really self-explanatory. Yep. And now we need pens, little houses for our chickens, pigs, and goats, and whatever we decided to do. And rabbits. Baby. I'm not sure about rabbits. So I was figuring out how I should even tackle this thing here. And I came up with a just very basic idea. Have little houses here, a little bit pasture for the animals, chickens, pigs, and then goats, to make sure that not a bear comes in and kills them again. That was a little setback to my endeavors, and this would be basically it. Just the little houses to fill up the area, to feel it nice and cozy. Basically become a little town. And I do know this video is gonna be more laid back than usual, or more building than usual, but it's winter, so what else can I really do? But before I always forget, remember I told you this door was the entryway to the cheese, right? And I am going to present to you not this cheese, but the blue cheese. Our first slice. Matter of fact, the first slice of blue cheese on the Rusfall server. And we are the proud makers of the cheese. You see this? You see this? First of its kind. First. Very proud, very proud. We're gonna build the little animal pens for our little animals and hopefully get the pigs that were slaughtered in a great bear attack from Puff, and we're gonna start breeding them again, and chickens, and get our musk ox from our house, because it's kind of making me insane when I'm doing something there and I just hear the moo and whatever they'd be doing there up here. So we can have a nice animal area. So it finally starts to feel like a farm. Shoot, I said. Why are you still looking here? Did you subscribe? Did you like the video? Did you share the video? If not, I will come for you. Just letting you know. I know I said we're gonna go to building and all that with all those things, but we have green cloth now. And that's the thing that I wanted. A green one now. So, boom. And now we finally, after years, we already have our full colored Viking armor. Oh, look at us. Look at us. Anyway, back to building. We gotta start building. Welcome back from the little time lapse that you just watched. I'm just doing some food because my eggs are gonna spoil soon, so trying to not let that happen as much as I can. And while this is cooking, I did forget to kind of hit the record button when I was doing the chicken house. So I'm wait for this to be done. We're gonna be a whole protein 1200 saturation. Satiety? I always say saturation, but it's satiety. Satiety, yes, satiety. I feel like I'm gonna always call it saturation. But I'm gonna tell you, like, like it is. I probably will never build again in winter because building in -32 was a big reality check for me. But let me show you what I was doing. You can already also tell that the big trees that we planted, they grew. So there's one. I do like him, but at the same time, like those little things, you see this little thing, I don't really like. But I think it adds some more. I'm just waiting for the smaller ones that we planted, like those, to fill up the space, because now it just looks odd-ish. So hopefully they will grow once the temperature allows it. But yeah, it's nice and big. It's gonna fill up the space real nice. Hopefully none of my trees gonna die. Also, as you see, I copied a banner that I think I found it in one of the better ruins, and I kind of like it for the farming area. The House Goldfinch banner will be probably the official banner for my farming area. I quite like it. You see, there's more. There's more here. There's two massive trees. They kind of connect, so it really adds something. So, oh. Is the bear still somewhere here? I hope you didn't kill anything this time. Okay, where is he? I don't like that I know there's a bear, but I don't know where the bear is. You know, I'm smelling. Did he just run away, or? Well, need to check like every bush. He likes to sit in a bush and just wait. Any whatever. This is the little village of animals. I was thinking just making each buildings for animals. At least that's how, when I was growing up, we had little buildings for chickens and pigs and stuff. So I thought I'm just gonna do the same. They have grain always here. I can always reach the throughts, or how you say it, from here, so I don't need to. And then they have the door for when I'm gonna let them out in summer or spring. I still don't know if a bear can jump over one fence. Hopefully not. But this is like a door for them. This is for the pigs. And the same goes for the goats. Or musk ox. It's still considered a goat. The same here. They have grain here. Nice and cozy. Even though it doesn't count as a room, just because I'm using the clutter block a lattice. Lattices? Yeah. And this is the chicken house, chicken coop. Yeah. And I had a little bit different idea from those two. You see it's quite different. Once you get in, you will see why. And maybe it's not the most efficient way to go about things, but I kind of like it. You can have like a little walkway here. You know, you see where they be sitting and giving eggs and all that. There's a blowtorn. You shouldn't be here. You come here, down the stairs. Still need to do some beam work, but the blueprint is done. They're already safe. Nothing can harm them. The same as here. You can reach it. You're gonna feed them nicely. Yeah, this is pretty much it for it. I know there's like automation tutorials, how to automate them and all that. I don't really need that, because I never really needed chickens like that. It's gonna be mainly for eggs and making food. But even then, I don't know. Maybe when I get making a bow, I will need the feathers. But nah, you know, not really necessary for me. So this is just like open design. I don't know. Of course, it needs walkways and stuff, but I don't want to do all that. with a shovel to see if the path looks okay. So I'm waiting for everything to go away so I can nicely build it and wait for the trees to blossom. Connect it nicely here. And this will be pretty much it. The tannery is standing, the animals are safe. And one thing that kinda now thinking about, I forgot, there should be like a little roof there, but for miscellaneous stuff, just mainly for decoration, but I can do that later. There is no problemo. But I quite like it. It gives this place a little bit more, how would I say it, a little bit of oomph. You know what I'm saying? A little more oomph. Especially with the trees now. Yeah. This opens up, so this section is done. This is pretty much done except a few changes that need to happen. And that leaves us with this whole area here that we either do fruit trees, a greenhouse would be a good idea, and maybe the bushes. But again, I don't know how the bushes work, so I don't know. But this is everything for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that it took so much to get, but I'm trying my best. Being an adult is not the easiest thing, but I will never let you down. So if you enjoy my content, if you want to see more, of course, subscribe, like, share to somebody who enjoys watching vintage story content as well. Maybe they like it, maybe they're not, and it's fine. But this was your reporter. It's Tim, out. Bye-bye. I said bye-bye. What you doing here, Pokey Bear?